Here we go. I'll let you have that. Now you can take it and start filming.
Okay.
Me, do you left? Well, good afternoon and thanks for coming. Have any of you ever had a disgruntled customer or an unhappy customer? Maybe they called up and screamed at you over the phone. Has that ever happened to anybody? I'm going to give you some tips today to deal with that with a Christian perspective. I'm Ligon, and I've worked for a carpet store here in Northeast Florida for 12 years. I recently moved into the claims and warranty department. I'm very excited about that, but I'm also getting to issues with customers. So I thought it would be good if we went over this today. We've got some tips that we're going to learn about, and the first one is from a commentary written by Christian Moses about customer service, and we learned that customer service has fallen by the wayside. People just aren't getting the service that they're used to anymore, and we need to make it a priority here. The way we're going to do that is we need to really listen to what the customer has to say. Because they're coming in, they're deliberately buying. They're more educated. They come in knowing what they want. We need to correct any shortcomings or fix any discrepancies that's went wrong in our service to them immediately, and to keep it from happening again. An unhappy customer is not the best way to start your day, but with a few tips, you can deal with it and you can go on. And dealing with an unhappy customer, in an article written by Christian Moses, we learn to adjust our mindset. The way we do that is, bless you, we need to learn to adjust our mindset, and to get a servant's mindset is to maybe wait on someone else and let them be first. We need to listen attentively and repeat any customer's concerns to them so that they can hear us and know that we're listening to them. We need to be sincere and apologize when something does go wrong. Present a solution, fix it as quick as we can, and follow up on it. And also use that feedback to make sure it never happens again. When we adjust our mindset to that of a servant, we learn from Romans 12:10-13 to be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love, in honor giving preference to one another, rejoicing in hope, and giving over to hospitality, and having patience in tribulation. I've got some handouts here I want to give you, some visual aids, if you will, and kind of show what we're doing today. Tom, would you like to?
Yeah, we're 3 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
So, I gotta go right now.
Thank you.
Keep going.
That's good.
I know, it's good. Everything's good so far.
Okay. From Galatians 5:13-14, we learn that through love we need to serve one another. For all law is fulfilled in one word, and even in this, we shall love our neighbor, and we shall love your neighbor as yourself. So, Convergence Corporation conducted a survey in which they polled 2,500 customers, 1,200 employees, and 120 executives, and asked them if they'd ever had a bad experience in the customer service or with doing business with another one. And 57% had a bad experience. And of those 57%, 44% said they just stopped doing business with the other company altogether. It was just easier for them to stop and choose someone else than to stay there and keep working with them. When we listen, Fernando Krasovitsky says, when we're listening, it's not the same as hearing is not the same as listening. Okay, and hearing sounds is not the same as paying attention, because listening is a two-part process, rational and emotional. And when we're listening rationally, we're getting to know the customer. When we listen emotionally, we're able to humble ourselves and to show respect to them. And according to Krasovitsky, we need to find out what are their personal goals when they're coming in our store to be buying flooring, and how do they talk about the services they're expecting, and what are their needs? What do they say their needs are? We have to compete with the big box store across the street, and Chuck Wellington in Spartanburg, South Carolina, he owns a Christian bookstore, and he competes with, in his case, Walmart down the street. And he said the key to his long-term success is keeping the customer's attention and providing a variety of products and performing a unique service where his employees listen to the customer and also even pray with them if that's what's needed. Krastovitsky also says we need to be emphatic and apologize. Be sincere. Mistakes happen. It's human nature to mess up. In that survey that Convergence also did, 80% of respondents had a bad customer service issue and told friends, they told family, they got on Facebook, they emailed, they text. So if you don't handle that situation quickly and correctly, then they'll never know that you resolved it. And also misinformation. That's a big problem because they find out that you didn't handle it well. You get a lot of misinformation. So it's unchecked. So we need to make sure that we handle it quickly so it doesn't get out there and get all messed up. Beyond customer service, it's just a bad business. During a time when customers should, expect us to, keep them happy and spare no effort and to get our point across. We need to apologize and we need to mean it. Krastovitsky, he's a customer service manager, and he also wrote that we need to present a solution and follow up with it. Customer behaviors and management handling of these issues are of great importance. He writes, in pursuing long-term relationships. For every one person that complains, there's 20 others that have kept quiet or kept silent. And we learned that in their case, they're at 44%. They're probably the ones that go somewhere else. So according to the book Effective Apology, Mr. Kador writes that apology is humanity's perfect response to imperfection. It's an obligation we owe to customers that have been mistreated. Practicing apology is not easy. None of us like to admit we were wrong or made a mistake. According to Kador, apologizing is not without a cost, but we'll get surprising results from it when we do. And it sends the clearest signal that we have strength of character to reconcile ourselves with the truth. An apology is the most courageous gesture that we can do to make amends with the customers. If you're not sure how to fix a situation, ask a client what will make them happy and work on that. If it's within your power, make it happen. And follow up with the customer and make sure follow up with the customer and make sure that it's been resolved and that they're happy with the resolution. So to conclude, we need to adjust our mindset. We need to listen attentively. We need to sincerely apologize when we do make a mistake. Present the solution, take action, follow up, and we need to learn from the experience to ensure it never happens again. When we adjust our mindsets and listen to customers, we do well. And we need to remember that not all things are within our power, but the things that we need to change. Thanks for coming.
You're here.